Guys, how's everybody doing? Everybody's well and had a great day. Hope you had a great new year. I didn't want a big project this afternoon. I'd had plans on this evening doing these, at least getting started on the 455. I'm trying to do some of these projects in order that I had them or intended on doing them, or saws that I want to get done and let go and get out of here. But I got looking around, and there's set the 266, and we do have another set of cases identical to what's on the saw. These even look a little better. The only downfall to them, for some reason, the bar studs is drove out and in the tank. I don't know what's up with that. Who knows, but I did find something else out too. This is the starter recoil, and as you can see, it's one of the later Model 1s that was on the 268 that I tried taking apart, and cases kind of fell apart on. I swear I'm half tempted to take a JB Weld steel stick and put those together anyway, and I'm halfway serious. If it don't work, it don't matter. It'd be fun to do as an experiment, but you can hear that 268 recoil, and I know it won't work on all of them. I know some of the flywheels differ, and some of the starter pulleys are different, but it looks crusty, but guys, that's a good looking starter recoil to me. I paint that or dye it black or whatever, it'd look good, but the main deal is all of the recoil bolt holes in these cases are intact. Even if there's something up with the back side, we can split another set and get a good back half set of cases, because you can mix and match Husky cases, John's Red cases. We've done a few Husky Reds here, where one half of the case is Johnny and the other half's Husky. You guys have seen me do it before, and I'm sure some of you other guys have done the same. I know some of you are waiting on the How to Port series, as I'd said we're going to do. That's kind of how I'm thinking about doing some of the saws that I'm pretty fluent with from here on out. Just put them in a playlist. You know, we like How to Port, and it's this particular saw. And I'll just be sure to put, you know, in the beginning of it, a disclaimer showing that, you know, I ain't saying it's the only way to do it, that I'm just saying it's how I'm going to do that saw. You know, just so there's no negativity or drama or nothing started up about it. And when we do them, you know, I always try to do some sort of before and after. Right now, I ain't really got a damn thing here to cut on. I've got about a 2-foot section of that big crotch out of that hickory sitting back there, and honestly guys, that's about the only thing I've got to set a saw in that's worth a shit. I've got that old rotten piece of pine. It's kind of sound in the center, but I've just been making long cuts in it and making dog bedding out of it, and that's, you know, for now seems to be working all right for that, I guess. But let's see, that is not the size we need. What would I have done with that? For now, it looks like we have a winner. Let's just hope it comes off in one piece. I thought I was going to break out a big boy on it. I'd like to get me a 3/8 cordless impact. I don't know how much stronger they are than those 1/4 inch, but that may be something we have to hit the wife up for a gift or something. Me personally, I'm about tapped out on buying stuff for a little while. And we can get to the back side of this one. That one's going to want to be a pain. I would say I don't want a damaged flywheel, but hell, I've got a box of them, so I ain't real worried about it. That is not want to come loose very easy. So what are we gonna do? They're one of whole pile of gaskets. That's what happens when you got a damn mess everywhere. We're gonna light them out gaskets a bit. Oh, and we did get a fire extinguisher for the shop. You guys remember I showed a little video where I damn near caught my chair on fire with the Mr. Buddy heater. You don't want to heat the crank itself, you want to heat the flywheel around it in hopes that it may come loose. Starting to look pretty damn hot. I really wish when I bought that I would have bought the hanger that they had set on the side of it for little to no money. That son of a bitch is hot. And I mean hot. Loose, I think, but she's so damn hot I can't touch it. That mat gas gets extremely hot very fast. I bought that to actually do silver soldering with, but guys, I ain't had no luck with that at all, none whatsoever. As far as like silver soldering pipes and mufflers of saws and shit. That flywheel was loose. So I'm gonna get him to pick off of there. There we go. Not the best way to do it. I know a puller would be best, but and what's funny is that crankshaft there's keyed. Last one of these I pulled apart. I think this one's an XP. The 268 that I pulled apart here, the flywheel itself had a key in it. I don't know that I pulled the flywheel itself off of a 66, but yeah, there you have it. And again, that bastard is hot. I don't have a damn leather glove or nothing laying here to pick it up with, so we'll just use the old hoodie and set it over here on our light while it cools off. The other saw didn't have that either. I guess that's like the seal holder. I don't know, I hope we don't run into any issues with any of this stuff. Right now, I kind of just want to split the crankcase halves and or we can start a fresh build. I think I can leave that intact for the moment. If I can find my dang Allen key that I had laid out just to take these bolts out of this bump. You got 3 screws in these if you've not taken one apart. 9 times out of 10 you have to dig them out. In most of the saws that I do, you can't even see them or see where the damn screws are even at. There'll be one more right here, and then that pump, it's got little slots up on the top and bottom. You can take a screwdriver and work it up out of there. I hope this video don't get too long or too crazy. That's really all I'd intended on doing, was splitting this set of cases, and maybe in the next video maybe we can rebuild them. I've put some cases together on camera before, but I don't really have a video set out in stone exactly showing it. But like I said, there's some grooves you can get a screwdriver in. That one's full of crap, and guys, I just can't believe it. I looked this morning, had probably be at 6,200 subs before you guys see this. A lot of it's generated through the short form content. That's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. We are picking up some followers from that are watching long form content. That thing is not wanting to come up out of there, guys. There we go. Like I said, there's little notches all around it. Bottom, top, sides. That old pump worth of shit. Nope, she is stuck. I do have a good old pump back there that came out of a saw that looked freaking horrible. Somebody let me know. I have no idea, but yeah, those bearings sound horrible. Is that the same pump that all 2 series saws used? As a 288 use that same pump? I have no idea. I've actually got a set of 288 cases we're going to split and redo. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that saw, but there's enough stuff I can spend a little bit of money, get a little bit of aftermarket parts. And I'd seen one of you guys commented and was just like, put only use OEM. Your bank account's probably better than mine, so when I can use Chinese stuff and it worked good, this guy's gonna use it. There's certain things I won't do it on, certain saws I'm building, but if it's something here of mine that you know, ain't that big of an issue, there ain't gonna see production work time. Guys, there's nothing wrong at all with using some OEM, from not OEM, but some aftermarket parts. I'm gonna pause you guys for a second because I've got to take an air gun and blow out these bolts. It don't look too bad, but they're crudded over pretty good, and you guys don't want to hear that, I guess, but I'll bring you back then. Alright guys, I ain't even gonna lie, I just went ahead and broke them loose. Off camera, this front one was just packed full of crap and crud. I swear I think those are longer than, like, say, the case bolts that would be in a 372. And there's 4 in here. Then honestly, you have a pretty good time to see if they're even intact or there. Those ain't long enough, but you honestly have actually have 2 of those I pulled out of another saw here, but the 2 that goes through your dogs is actually the crankcase bolts that go through the front half of the saw, and then you have the 4 main ones back here. I'll hold it up in just a second and point out and show you where they go. If I can get that up out of there. There we go. Should have just got a magnet, but 1 in each corner basically. Then your oil hose up here. Oiler just kind of sits down against it. These case halves are actually pretty nice. As long as nothing's screwed up here. I don't know what's up with it, but they are actually in the thing. And then we had one back here I took out. I think the first set of 2 series cases I took apart, they were like so crudded over and corroded over, I didn't even know this bolt back here was there. And it broke off and whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Set of junk cases anyway, so I guess it really didn't matter, but always a learning experience around here with everything I do. And this is the same day, if you've seen the little short where I said I hate plumbing, I really hate plumbing. Long story short, I woke up, the water lines blowed, or apart. It's actually just an elbow. I figured it was just froze lines biting me in the ass a week later, but it's just an elbow with PVC glue, I guess, and just come loose, and this case splitter's missing the little deal that goes in the end of it. That goes into the crankshaft, and this side here is coming apart super easy. Let's hope the other side comes off that easy, guys, and we'll about be done here. Yeah, I woke up to water leaks. That's never fun. I hate plumbing. My whole house really needs replumbed. It's built in the 60s. It has a whopping about 18 inches of crawl space. Some places are probably shorter than that. Nothing I'm wanting to get into and do. Honestly, the last time I was under there was probably 6 years ago. I tried to get under there a couple years back to fix a leak, and I put on a little poundage, and it was not a fun experience. I ended up running some water lines through the attic to fix that issue. So I've got water lines everywhere. I'd commented, I think it was Crazy Fella had said at least PVC's cheap, and I was telling them my house needed redone. I'd like to do PEX everywhere so I never have to worry about it again. It ain't real expensive, it's pretty easy to fool with, but again, my house is so low. It's one of them deals, I honestly hate paying anyone to do any damn thing. It's one of those things I would about assume to pay another man to do. But the price it would cost, I would imagine, to completely replumb a house, and my house is fairly small, I wouldn't want to pay for it. But if you're curious of what that looks like in there, and this side here looks like it's going to be a bitch to come out. The other side went too easy. There it goes. Hopefully nothing busted, and it just popped out of the bearing. I've had that happen before. A damn set of cases crack. I think I bought that thing off Custom Saw Parts on eBay. Hell, the bearing pushed out of the cases. Hopefully the bearing goes back in good and tight. Just a typical 6202 bearing, I'm pretty sure. That's kind of funny. The 268 cases I pulled apart, and what I may do is go get them and kind of compare the differences here in just a second. But what I really want to find out is if, yeah, those would just, nope, I don't know about that, guys. Man could red Loctite them, I guess, but that ain't good. That back one feels like it would go in tight. This front one kind of feels like shit. Not a good thing. I can push it all the way in by hand. Like I said, I could red Loctite it or put some JB Weld, but honestly, what I'll probably do is split another set of cases and, you know, get a perfect set of crankcase halves to put together for this build. Usually case hardened studs don't wear out, so it's indeed the holes just wallered out a little bit. But like I said, a man could probably red Loctite that in, and you can go in with a punch and kind of not really knurl that hole, but booger it up to where the stud will drive in tight. I've done that on a lot of old Macs, but as for right now, we have one good case half that we need. I'll make sure the rest of these bolt holes are good for the trigger and the coil pack itself, and we'll go from there. But let me pause you guys, and I'll go get those 268 cases. We'll just put it right into this video, and but there's indeed our crankshaft we'll use. It feels amazing. We'll just kind of try to compare them, I guess. We're back. I'm gonna try to wrap this up kind of quick, but as you can see, mag rot just kind of set in on these pretty bad. It almost pitted through here. I don't know what in the hell that is, but I may try to clean these up and save this case half. Seemed like I did find one 268 case half on eBay. That one's still got a cylinder head bolt around in it. Still got two of them. There's the other two in it. Yeah, somebody put the cylinder screws back in. I hadn't even noticed that, but on these case halves, the seal just kind of drives in the cases, and on the and this is the same as a 72 set of cases or a later 61. Hell, there's no telling what that is. Who knows what they come off of? I'm assuming they were 268 cases, because we had a open port 268 cylinder with it all. So who knows? I don't know. But what I'm curious of is if a man could mix and match case halves. And sitting and looking at the two here, I'm kind of highly doubting it. This, kind of like a 288, has the breather tube that comes through the cases. I don't know, guys. Let's just see if they'll made up. If I could just order. Like I said, I think I found one. You can see that one's rotted out here in the bottom. 268 case half, and it's looking like I may just go in and buy it before I quit here. Looks like they made up here and here. We may be able to build us 268 after all, because I have several of these back case halves. The only other thing I really need to check, I'm going to pause you guys and grab it, is to see if the plastic will bolt on. If it will, what I'll end up doing is just going in and buying that flywheel side 68 case half. If it's still on eBay, who knows if it is. There was a 66 top cover on there and I missed out on it. Went back in to buy it, wasn't there. Maybe another one will pop up on there, but let me pause you guys and get that plastic and see if all the bolt holes will line up, and if so, like I said, we may still yet be able to build a 268, or may just do a 272 when we do it. Well, guys, that dog will hunt. This bolt hole back here is just full of shit, but the other two are started. This one, the plastic's lined up with the back of the case halves. The main reason I wanted to try that is I got that saw back out and pulled that old ratty top cover back off and set this new one on. And the back bolt hole would line up and the plastic set on the saw. I've seen some guys like cut and notch and kind of make it work, but I'd rather have the old ratty busted up cover than some crooked as shit rigged up mess on it. So that's kind of a game plan. I'm gonna go in here once I end this, because that's about all I'm planning on doing today, to be brutally honest. And that's actually the case bolts out of that. So if you're looking for top plastic screws, I've used case bolts more than once on a lot of saws on them. You just don't have the flat head provisions in them, but you can mix and match these cases. You can put 272, or in this case 268. Single ignition outer case halves. On this setup, the only thing else I may do before I end this is make sure that the crankshafts are the same width, but hell, I almost know they are, because we took the 268 cover and put on this saw and the starter paws would catch and spin it. So I think that's a done deal, guys. I think I'm going to end this. It'll be, I guess, part 3 to this 266 series. Some of you said you liked how I'm doing that and think it may even help the channel grow. You're probably right, it may do so. I don't know what we'll get into next. I'm tempted to just make a poll and see what people want to see. I done that once before and there wasn't a whole lot of people seen it. Seems if people are on a tablet or something, which my tablet's new, pretty damn expensive. I bought it to do live feeds and I've yet to do the first live feed yet, but for some reason, and I've talked to others that said the same thing, you can't mess with the community tab on a tablet. I don't understand that, but we may still make a community post and see what people want to see. I've got projects here we can do anything anyone wants, I guess. Every brand of saw almost. Except for Echo, we're kind of done with that. We've kind of done went down that rabbit hole and succeeded with that. So anyway, quit running my mouth. This mess probably way longer than it needed to be. As always, thank you guys for watching. Y'all stay safe and have a great day.